Hi, day 14, COVID-19 lockdown South Africa. 9th of April 2020, a beautifully nippy day outside. As always, I'm going to continue with a topic that is inspired by a book that I read in the morning, and this morning it was Rosalind Widowson's book on meditation. This book was published in 1995 and it has some rather conventional methods of meditation. Now, the reason I'm actually looking at this book is it's very simple. However, one needs to be very cautious that if you have a medical issue of any kind, please do not follow any exercises that I suggest. Please seek a medical professional's help. And the one that I am going to be doing later on in this video is breathing. So I appeal to you, if it's something that you cannot do, please do not engage in anything. As I've said in my previous videos as well, this is not a therapy session. These are just videos to assist you through COVID-19 and whatever we're enduring in South Africa. I accept that people react differently to COVID-19. And my concern is the younger child and the older person. When I say older, I mean the ill, the infirmed, that are, let's say, post 65, post 70, in many cases post 80 as well. And when I say child, I mean somebody who is probably at school or just out of school, or a young person in the region of adolescence, early adolescence, or childhood. So I'm going to make reference to an article published by the CDC. And the CDC is the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. And they're dealing with a whole lot of articles that are specifically COVID-19 related. Now, if you're not an essential services worker, let's look at it this way with children. You have children at home, you're not involved in essential services. How are you observing these children? Have you looked out for any behavioral changes? Are they behaving in the normal way, be it verbal or non-verbal communication? How are they acting out this frustration? Because it is actually very naive and very short-sighted to assume that this isn't affecting them in any way. They've been away from school for a while. The extra long holiday is now becoming too tiring because it's not a time of fun. It's a very, very restricted time. So there are going to be behavioral changes. I would appeal to you, even when it comes to the children, is to restrict their exposure to fake news feeds. Try to establish a routine. Yes, we've got Easter coming up, Good Friday, Easter, etc. Here's your beautiful time to establish some routine. I read an article today, and it was just a simple post where it gave the death toll over the Easter weekend over many years. And the sad thing that was mentioned at the end of that, and I don't think the writer meant to say thank God for COVID. I think that it was a bad use of, or an inappropriate use of the language. But he said that thanks to COVID-19, that the death toll will be much less on the roads for this year. Something to think about. Make an effort to be a role model. Children learn much more from what they see than what they're told. Now, if you have older people in your care who are at a very high risk, or at the higher risk, not very high risk, they are the ones who can become easily depressed, and you won't actually understand or take it as depression. You'll think, oh, well, it's just part of you getting old. That's how you behave. That's quite normal with you because you're an old, grumpy person. Often it manifests itself in strange headaches, stomach aches, their attitude towards you. And, it is really, really sad that this is so often taken as a normal part of aging. With COVID-19, please be mindful. This could be more than just the normal aging. So how do you sort that out? You're the middle of the sand. You're actually the filling in the sandwich in your home. How do you sort it out? Engage with people. There's nothing worse than being in a situation of social distancing and being isolated. You don't have to go all close and all intimate with somebody, but you can still communicate with them. You can still make them feel loved and make them feel wanted. Now you're the filling in the sandwich. You're the one who's giving all this great love and this attention to everybody. I wonder who's going to be giving it to you. So that's something you start asking yourself. And self-care is so absolutely important. I'm going to give you an exercise. It is such a simple exercise. And the reason I like it is it can be done at any time. It's also a fun exercise. This is a strange thing with this one. If you've got little children around or even older people, and if they're in good health as far as their breathing is concerned, I've actually seen this lead on to lots of laughter, lots of fun, and it just caused situations that could have otherwise become volatile to calm down. So if you have a nice group around you, try doing this on your own first. But if you can establish a group around you, well and good. This can be a fun meditation exercise. Okay, so you sit upright and make sure that your neck and your spine and your head are aligned, because that's important. Don't try this lying down, please. It's going to defeat the purpose of the breathing. And it could lead you into problems, okay, with choking and that kind of thing. So make sure you're upright. Be very comfortable. So you lower your lids, which means close your eyes, and you breathe in your own regular, comfortable, calm way. Now the breathing is with pursed lips. So your lips are together and you're using your nose to breathe. Okay? If you've got a blocked nose, please don't try this. You're going to choke. So please don't do anything foolish. Now what you have to do is you breathe in. You've raised your chin. Breathe in beautifully. Relax, calm. Now you know you're ready for this. The next step is you drop your chin to your neck. So you literally get your chin on your neck. Remember, your eyes are closed all the time. And you've got breath in you. Now you hold this breath gently for as long as you are comfortable. Your head is down, your chin is into your neck, as we say, bury it in your neck, and hold your breath as long as you're comfortable. Raise your head up again. Keep your lips pursed. Keep your mouth closed. That's what I actually mean. But don't clench your teeth. Don't do this. Release your teeth inside. There's got to be space between your teeth. Now, still with your eyes closed, you exhale and you create a very relaxed humming note as you're exhaling. You actually feel a sensation. It's more like a vibration that you would feel in your head, a very gentle vibration. It's very pleasant. You also feel it in your chest. Make sure you're seated upright when you do this. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how is this going to work when you're in groups? Of course, it's actually going to be much more fun and it's going to be more engaging. So to conclude, all I'd like to say to you is, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Love yourself first. You have lots to do. You have lots to be responsible for besides yourself. But you cannot carry out those responsibilities if you don't love yourself first. God bless you, and until we meet again, may God forever hold you in the palm of his hands. Happy humming.